Hello everyone and welcome to the first video in the new beginner series of How to UE4. My name's Aaron and I'm going to be showing you some simple techniques and tricks that I've learned during my time of being an indie game dev on how to do some of the things you may want to feature in your games. So, the first thing we're going to be covering today is how to do a simple fade in and out. And the first thing you're going to want to do is create a widget blueprint. Once you've done that, just call it whatever you want to call it and open it up. Okay, from here you're going to want to basically create an image. You can see that's left hand side there. Then all you do is just drag that to the corner and maximize it throughout the whole of that canvas. And if you hit the anchor point there at the top on the right and then select the middle button, you just want to go and size that to whatever resolution you want. So I'm going to use 1920 by 1080 here. And then what we're going to want to do is click on the color and opacity and bring that all the way down to black, so you have a solid black image. Now once we've done that, we're going to go over to the left hand side there on animation, create new animation, call it whatever you want to call it, but for the sake of this I'm going to call it fade in. Next you're going to hit track and select image 0, that's what mine's called. From there click track, and for this one we're going to be using a color and opacity. Now the great thing about this is you can basically set the range between 0 and 1 and anything in between that, and then basically that will give you sort of like how see-through it is, so to speak. So what we're going to do for a fade in, we're going to set the range at the very beginning as number 1, as you can see in A, alpha channel. And then if we move the timeline to 3 seconds and we keyframe that and change that to 0, that's now invisible. So basically when you move this little slidey thing along here, you're going to see it's going to fade from black all the way into the game image. So next you're going to hit graph and you're going to drag out of event construct and type play animation. Now the reason we're doing play animation is because essentially what we've created here is an animation. Then on the left hand side you drag in the fade in or whatever you've called it and plug it into in animation. So then once you've done, just go ahead, compile and save, and then you can minimize that for now. And yeah, if you go ahead and just click play, you'll see basically that nothing happens. The game just sort of starts and you can look around and that's that, job done. However, what we want to do is affect the beginning of the level. So you're going to see there's a node here called event begin play. Now all you need to do is drag out of that and type create widget. So that's going to create the actual widget that we've made on screen, and we select the one we called. So remember we called this one fade in, and then we're going to add a simple add to viewport node. Then connect that up to the return value and target, and hey presto, push compile save. And because I haven't saved a level here, it's just going to ask me to save the level, so I'm just going to call it test. And once we click save, that's it. And then we minimize this, and then once we push play, you'll see goes from black and fades in. Nice and simple, and that's all there is to that one. Now you'll notice here on the left and right hand side of the actual screen there's like some bars that appear. Just ignore that. My monitor is set to 4K, and obviously remember we made the image at 1080p, so that's why you're getting those bars. If you have a 1080p monitor, that's quite simple, you just do that. Now the other thing I'm going to quickly show you here is how to do a fade out. So all I did was highlight the fade in, do Control W to duplicate it and change it to fade out. Now if you highlight the animation that we already did, we're going to just rename this one fade out. And essentially what we're doing is, as you can see here at the 0 second mark, we've got the alpha channel set to 1. And what we're going to do is we're literally just going to swap the variables around. So we're going to give this one a 0, so it starts already in, and then we're going to give the end one the value of 1, so that when you slide it across, it just makes that nice zoom out. And if you go across to the the graph channel, you'll see that it's already been recalled as fade out. And if you go ahead and push play, you'll see the game starts. Oh, sorry, let's just change the level blueprint to fade out, otherwise we're just going to keep playing the fade in one, and we'll compile, resave that, and then push play, and there we go, it fades out to a black screen. And that's how you do a simple fade out. So that's all there really is to it, guys. Just a simple technique on what to do in Unreal Engine if you want to do like a simple fade system. Nothing really too complex. Obviously, this is the beginner tutorial series. As the series goes along, I will start doing more intermediate and advanced stuff. You know, I'm also going to link all the project files on the Patreon. If you guys want to head over to there, all links to that will be in the description. Having access to the project files will just mean that you can download this project that I've got here. You can mess around in it. You can see what it's like for yourself. You can learn from it, all that sort of stuff, you know, and you can basically just take comfort in knowing that you're not going to ruin any of your projects if you just want to kind of mess around in that one. You can even use it to copy the code if you need to be. However, it is pretty simple and I think you'll be fine. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. We've got things like how to open a door and close it in UE4, how to have a sprinting mechanic, how to make a simple flashlight mechanic, how to mute and unmute sounds from widgets. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subs if you loved it, thumbs if you liked it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.